to move their body. And when you move your body, you to move it nice and sweet and sassy, alright? Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, freak, fantastic. Big your body ocean at the big tight and woman,
Hey.
get thick. Big your body ocean at the big tight and woman, nice, freak.
Tag your friends. Come to get on over here.
Fantastic. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it.
Hey guys, hello. I see a few of you jumping on. Let's go ahead and hit that comments and say hey, let us know you're here. Reminders to just bring our sponsors, to let us know you're here. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Good to see you guys coming on. Alright, let's take this. Okay, there we go. All right. Good evening, everybody. So great to see you all on here. And once again, our goal is to keep building the numbers here on this call, because this is where you learn. This is where you get the information that you need to succeed. And this is where we get to have that chance to just connect as a team. Because see, when you're here and you're all watching together, we're basically in this giant living room that crosses the entire United States. And it's such a big living room that we could fill this place up. And in fact, we've still got plenty of room to add people to the room. So I want you to be sure that you are setting your alarm every single week to be here at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and that you tag your friends that are part of your team, that are folks that you've maybe met here at Hooray that you love and you want to just keep in touch with. Just get your friends on there, because then even in the comments, you guys can comment and talk back and forth. Because you know how it is when you're in a meeting and you're sitting next to your bestie and something happens and you get really excited, or you have a question that you just like, oh my God, that's a mind-blowing thing. And you turn to your friend and you go, isn't that incredible? Or what did you think? Well, that's the same thing you can do in the chat. And so we have this giant virtual living room that we're all in here together. And right now we have 32 people in the living room. 13 people in the living room. I would really like to see us get to that 32. All right, because we've been hitting 35 to 40 the last few weeks. So why not go for might beat that one. Shoot, let's go for 40 tonight, right? So that means you're going to have to reach out and comment and grab your friends and tell them to come on and get on over here right now. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get us started. For those of you who are meeting for the first time, I'm Marsha Brown, and I want to welcome you to our incredible Hooray team here. A reminder also to each and every one of you that we do have our YouTube channel. This is being streamed to our YouTube channel at Hooray Sales. You have friends that are not on Facebook and you want them to check out Tupperware and see what's new, tell them to get on over there and watch us over there. Or if maybe you have trouble keeping up with things on Facebook and watching it on YouTube is a better option for you. It's all good either way. All right. So as we get started tonight, in the comments, let's fill it up. Tell me something good. Tell me something that's you're excited about. Tell me something that's happening. We all have challenges and we know that. And sometimes we get so focused on the challenges that we have that we forget to celebrate the wins that we do have. And wins don't have to be big. They can be small things. Like I got an order today. Somebody asked me a question about Tupperware on my Facebook page today. Someone saw me wearing my Tupperware t-shirt or my Tupperware name badge, and they asked me about Tupperware when I was out. Those are wins. And guys, I want you to tell me something good about what's happening in your business. And if you think really, really hard, I am sure you can think of something, even if it's you got excited about what's coming up. next month, or what you got excited about, what you discovered about a certain product, because we are going to talk about a product tonight that I'm hoping you're going to get excited about too. All right, well, let's start with a quote. Those of you who join me every week know that I'm big on quotes, and I'm big on setting our mind on the right things to focus on, because life is tough and it's easy to get, those distracted by those things that are challenges. But right now, this is what I want you to think about. There may be people that have more talent than you, but that's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. You see, talent isn't what makes people successful. Talent is often an innate quality that people have. And talent, sometimes it's like we're born with talent, or we develop our talent. But even as we develop our talent, that doesn't mean that we're going to be successful. So someone could go to, play the violin, and they could practice. Okay, they can pick it up and they can play it pretty well, but they don't stick with the practice. They don't put it to good use. So therefore, they're not going to get to the success level that they want. They're good at what they do, but they don't do it enough to get the results. And so what this quote says to me, and Derek Jeter was a baseball player, and that was one of his things, is that he was not necessarily one of those born gifted athletes, but he worked really, really hard. He trained really, really hard. Michael Jordan is another one of those athletes who wasn't necessarily the most talented. In fact, if you've heard the stories, he was actually cut from his high school team, and because of that, he didn't let it devastate him. He didn't stop. He made it a point to practice more than everybody else did. He got up every morning and he practiced for an hour. He got up and, every afternoon he went out and he shot balls and he dribbled and he practiced so that he could get better, because he said, no one's going to out hustle me. And even in the pros, he would get into some pretty serious arguments and in the pros with some of his teammates, because to him, it wasn't a game. It was showing up. It was life. You give your best. And so whatever challenges there are, guys, we're there for you. We see it. We know it's hard. But what I want you to remember is I am tough enough and I can work hard enough to be the best that I can be. And that's what I want you to think about. So don't compare yourself to other people if you're not willing to work as hard as they are. And don't let people, that you say, oh, well, they know so much more than I do. Don't let that be the excuse for you not to work that little bit harder, because you're going to get the success that you want when you put what you can into it. All right. So that's that one. I want to remind you that we are doing our 12 days of Christmas in July. Today is day 10. And so we got 2 more days. And so, I really, this is something that's out there to help you build your skill sets. Once again, it's about hustle. It's about showing up and doing the work, because when you do those things, then good things happen and you get where you want to go. And the things that I've been asking you to do this last week and a half, are things that are going to help you get better at your craft. Someone told me one time, a long time ago, is that don't focus on the end result, focus on the process. Because if you work the process and you're consistent about it, and if you show up and do the work and hustle more than someone else, you're going to get results. And that's what I always focused on. My goal was never, to beat somebody else at what they were doing. My goal was to always do better than I had done the day before, the week before, the month before. And it was always to focus on the things that will get me the results. So I wanted to hold 5 parties a week. So I knew I had to date 5 parties a week. So instead of focusing on, the dating of the parties, or the holding the 5 parties, it was like, okay, I got to date 5 parties. Well, how do I date 5 parties? I ask. And so that I had figured out that if I asked 20 people to date a party, that I'd probably get 5 dated. Now, the easiest way for me to see 20 people to ask to book a party is, of course, to do parties. So if I had a party, then I never left that party without booking parties. So it's this one thing, is that I'm just going to focus on asking people to hold parties. And if I ask people to hold parties, I will get the parties that I want. So that's what I started with at the beginning of the week. I listed out 20, I numbered 1 through 20. And as I went through the week, every time I asked somebody, I wrote their name. So if I came home from a party and there were 10 people there, and I asked all 10 people, would you like to have a Tupperware party? Can I spoil you rotten? Can I treat you special? Can I give you lots of stuff for free? Then I would write their name on that piece of paper. And by the time I finished the week, and I'd talk to 20 people, guess what? On the list right next to it, or I had 1 through 5, I had 5 new parties dated. So this is the things that what we're asking, what I'm sharing with you guys are things that I know work because I've done it. And I'm never going to ask you to do something that I haven't done myself, because I want to know that it works so that I can tell you with all sincerity and with all authenticity and that I've done it and it works. And I'll also tell you that I did it and it didn't work, but I didn't stop. I tried again. And so those are the things you want to just think about. So if you have missed out on some of these challenges, okay, some of them, the gift has been given away, but there are still some that are you can still work on and do. And go ahead and do it and put it in there, because it's all about, it's not about the result, right? It's about the effort, the process. So go back and look at some of these 10 days that you've had before you and look at that. And I'm actually going to bring one of them back, because sad to say, I've had 0 people do the process. All right, so we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Right now, though, I want to talk to you about one of our amazing products that we have, and this is in our sale brochure. It's 10 more days of this. Now, guys, the mandolin is truly one of my favorite pieces. And with this month, when they buy the mandolin, they get the Clearly Elegant bowl for free. Now that's a huge, huge thing, because that's like that's over $45 worth of Tupperware for free that they're getting. So I really want you to be thinking about, well, I need to show this. I need to talk to people about this. Well, guys, I have right now a treat for you. I have a demonstration of the mandolin, because if you have never seen the mandolin in use, you are going to be so amazed by what you're going to learn. So as we get started here, I want you to think, make notes, get your piece of paper ready, get your pen ready to take some notes, because that's how you learn. Doug Polinica, our VP of Sales, always says, if you ink it, you think it. So start inking right and let us know what you like. Let's reset so we go back.
Hi everybody, my name is Allison Carlash and I'm a director with the Top of the Line organization, and today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite products, the Tupperware mandolin. So if you have one of these sitting in your cupboard, I'd love for you to grab it and follow along, as I'm going to be teaching you some of its best features, the safety features, as well as some of the cuts. And so let's follow along together. So first thing that I absolutely adore about this product is that it folds up so nicely to fit into the cupboard. And so as you can tell here, it's completely folded up right now. And I'm going to show you the safety features that made me fall in love with the mandolin. Now, first is when it's stored, there are absolutely no blades showing, which means it is family safe when it is stored. Now, to unfold it here, you just unfold the handle back here, and the blades are kept underneath in this handy dandy cover, and you can just pop that right out there. So as you can see, again, no blades are showing here. How blades pop up is when you turn these handles right here. And so anytime that the mandolin is on the lock position, that means that all of the blades are going to be down. So I am just going to pop a blade in here to show you. We are going to show you the straight cut first. So as you can see, it is in the lock position, so no blade is showing. And there is a cover on the spikes underneath here. And so to clean them, what you do is you just pop this cover up and then they are exposed. I recommend getting a tumbler brush to be able to get in there and be able to scrub those nice and clean. Next, I'm going to be showing you some other things I absolutely adore about this product, and that it makes for absolutely fast and easy cooking, which is absolutely key for my family. As when they are hungry, they are hungry. So The numbers on the side here are the millimeters, and so that is how you know 0 to 9 millimeters are the options for the thickness of the cut. And then the other dial here, when you turn it, it is going to show the spikes, the speed spikes as I like to call them. And so they are going to pop up. There we go. They are going to pop up. And the options are a 6, so you can see that they're a little closer together, or a 9 for a thicker cut. So those are the two options there. So let's start by slicing up a potato here. So I find that it's easiest if you face the mandolin away from you and you push it. And honestly, it doesn't take much of a force at all. All you need to do is slide back and forth, and especially if you're in this position. Now, the best way to go about it is to have one hand on the back handle here, and then hand on the red, which means that you're always going to keep your fingers safe. So let's get started. And what you want to do is you hold either side of your handle here, push down, and that is going to put your developed potato. I like to cut it at about a 3. So let's turn our slice here to a 3, and then we're just going to give it a few pushes. So that you can see today, ergonomic blade here, the way that it is shaped makes it easier to cut. So you don't need to be very forceful while you're cutting. And just like that, you have perfectly even slices. And what I absolutely adore about this is that when you cook these potatoes, they are going to cook completely evenly. It would take me forever to take my knife and go chop, 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 chop to get this even of slices. And so this is super fast and super easy. So let's do a few more cuts together. Let's get into some fries. So I'm going to turn my dials to both a 6 millimeters and then a 6 on the side here. And the fries, again, just slide straight down. So this is going to save your family money because you don't need to buy frozen fries or anything like that. You can just buy a bag of potatoes, and there's so many different options when you are feeding your family. And so just like that, perfectly even, I recommend soaking your fries or your hash browns for about half an hour before you cook them, either in some water or some salt to pull the starch out. And then if you dry them off before cooking, it's going to really crisp them up really nicely. And I know that your family loves, or at least my family loves, crispy hash browns and crispy fries. Next, I'm going to show you the hash brown cut. And so what's really handy here is that each mandolin comes with a sheet that shows you exactly how to do the cuts. So you don't have to second guess how you're cutting. There's exact instructions. So for example, the hash browns here are to slide down, turn the handle 90 degrees, and slide again. So let's go for it. So slide 90 and up. There we go. Sometimes it helps to make like a little song. Slide, turn down. And just like that, we have some perfectly even cuts of hash browns there. And so again, if you soak them, they're a really great way it's a really great way to save your family money and to have delicious home cooked hash browns as well. Okay, let's do a few more cuts together. Now, another thing that really brings me back to my childhood is those crinkle cuts. So let's switch out the blade. I'm going to turn this back to 0 so that no blades are showing here. And so to change out the blades, it's super simple. On the sides here, there is just a little indent. Just pull up and you can switch those out. Now, the mandolin is dishwasher safe, which makes it super, super easy for cleaning, which is a definite must in my house. So you just slide it in, pop that crinkle blade in there, and you're ready to go. Okay, so again, if you're having any questions about how to cut them, how to do the cuts, again, you can look. So let's do a sliced potato with a crinkle effect. So I am going to turn this. It says you can do anywhere from a 1 to a 9. So let's go right in the middle here with a 6. And then I'm going to give a few and turn down our spikes and then give a couple slices here. So absolutely love this. How cool is that? It looks really cool when you cook them up. Add some oil, throw them in the oven. Or if you're doing like a charcuterie board or something like that, the meat looks really cool as well. Okay, so one of the more intimidating slices, you guys, are the waffle, the crinkle cut waffle. So let's do that together because I want to take that fear away from you. So I found that doing it on one of the thinnest cuts here makes it a little bit easier to do. And so honestly, the best way to get really, really good at it is just by practicing. And again, you can do your little song and that is super helpful. You can have your sheet right in front of you. So it recommends a 1 to a 3. So I like to do the thinnest possible. So let's do it. Okay, so we are going to go down, up, and 90, down, up, 90, down, up, 90, down, up, 90. Honestly, saying it over and over again helps, I promise. And just like that, ooh, look at these. Look at these. And so it really does work. Practice makes perfect, you guys. And oh my gosh, definitely brings me back to my childhood. So I just wanted to show you a few of the different things that you can do here, a few of the different cuts. And it really does make all the difference in the kitchen. You can julienne really fast, fries again, hash browns, you guys, and it makes it just so super simple for our family and super fast. As like I said before, when my family gets hungry, they sure are hungry. So I have a made for TV magic moment here where I actually made some scalloped potatoes in the stack cooker. All you do is you slice up your potatoes anywhere from a 3 to a 6, and you slice up some onions and you just layer your onions, your potatoes with some cheese. And then all I did was pour some mushroom soup over top and add some cheese. I cooked it for 20 minutes. Whoop, can you see that steam? And just like that, voila, scallop potatoes. Super easy. The recipe called for a minimum of 35 minutes in the oven, so it's so much faster to be able to do it in the microwave. And I know it's going to be evenly cooked because those slices are perfectly even. So let's take a little bit. Woo, it's cheesy. This is looking good. Nice and cheesy. Woo. So just like that, a wonderful side dish for your family and super easy to make. So I hope you enjoyed all of my tips and tricks for the mandolin today, and I hope that it has encouraged you to take it out of your cupboard. It's also a really great product to show off at your parties because you can make really quick apple nachos. You could make a quick cucumber salad. You could make scalloped potatoes for your guests. And so it's a really great way to show really how Tupperware can make your meals fast and easy. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
Yay. All right, guys, what all did you learn from tonight? What did you learn about the mandolin? Go ahead in the comments and let us know. I saw a couple of you saying, I learned how to use my mandolin. And I just really want you to, let me know what were some of the key takeaways for you, because these are the kind of things that when we have a product that can do so many different things, and that's one of the things that I always love about Tupperware is that our products have so many uses that we can put those out there and lots of, when people can see lots of ways to use something, then they're more inclined to spend the money to get that product as well. But like I said, what a great deal right now. They get the mandolin and they get that large bowl. And that's a perfect bowl that they could do that if they wanted to do some like sliced apples, or you could do and layer those in there, and something like that. You could use it to cut your veggies. I love taking things like the little cubes that you can do. I do my green peppers that way. I'll do carrots that way. You can slice up the carrots. You can slice up the onions and everything, and you can mix all your salad to get things together. I'll even do it sometimes and use like on my I'll make little shaved Brussels sprouts with it. I just stick a whole bunch of them on the little prongs and just run it down, and it just shreds them up really nicely. So it's perfect to use for a Brussels sprout salad as well. So it's a great tool. And she mentioned the apple nachos. Guys, if you have never made apple nachos, oh my gosh, you got to try it. You take it and you do your thin slices of your apples. I usually core the apple and then do them really thin, and then you toss them with a little bit of, if you want to put a little butter on them, or you can use the butter spray and then toss them in some cinnamon sugar, put them on a cookie sheet, bake them until they start to get crispy, and then you take them out and you can actually drizzle them with caramel. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And put some crunched nuts on top. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So the mandolin is a definite win, something that you need to have. And I don't know if y'all noticed, she had that really cool cutting board underneath it, which also has all of the cuts that you can use with your mandolin. And I just might be doing something to give one of those away. So make sure that you are, every week tuning in, doing lots of good stuff with your products. All right, a reminder that we have these 2 challenges still going on for you. This is for everybody. And for the next 2 weeks, so we're ending up week 1 of this challenge. We are in the 3rd week of our July month. The July month ends in July month ends next week. So we have basically 10 more days in July, 10 days for you to earn this 2-week sales challenge. It has our Premier glass casseroles, which are absolutely fantastic because you can bake you could bake your potatoes in that, and you can also and do it in the microwave or in the oven. Then you can store it, and then you could stick it, back. You could bake it in the oven, eat half of it, stick the rest of it in the microwave. Just so handy which ways you can do it. It's got the garlic press, and it's got those really great the Clearmate stacking canisters with the little spoons inside. Those are perfect. And of course, for the month, you have your big challenge for you to be able to get all of the Clearly Elegant. Everything's so clear. It's clear to me that there's a lot in it for you when you are working your business and talking to others. I did see on the chat just while the video was playing, that a couple of you said, can I catch up? Well, if it's a challenge where it's kind of like an activity-based thing, and we've already done the drawing, and then obviously, but it's still, I would do the work just because the work is good for me to help me learn. But like I said, one of these I'm getting ready to tell you that I'm going to extend as well. So we've got these 2 challenges going on. Don't miss out on those. Check your numbers. And really what you do for that, you go into your back office to the profile or your dashboard. And on your dashboard, it's going to tell you what your sales are for the month. That would be for the monthly challenge. And then you can click on the little thing that shows you what your sales are by each week. And that way you'll know how much you've put in so far this week. So those are the things you want to be checking to know where you are. If you can't figure out what your sales are for this week, send me a message, send your director a message. We will find that out for you and let you know, because I don't want anybody missing out on free stuff, right? And this is, for everybody, but all you new guys that have joined in the last month to, 2 months, you have several different things going on for you. You have your Confident Start program, which is in your first 90 days. You have your Jump Start, that is your first 30 days. And then, of course, if you've joined this month, you have your first order reward, which you will need to do before the end of our July sales month, which is the 26th. Okay. Now, I want to talk to you about one more thing. And this is the one that I wanted to really dig in with you guys about. This is the one, I'm going to switch this to this camera so you get a little bit bigger picture of that. One of the challenges for our 12 days of Christmas in July was the one on Saturday. And that was for you to just give the facts about Tupperware to 5 people. Now, guys, this to me is the most important skill set that we have in our Tupperware business, because it's all about helping change people's lives, because that's what we do. That's what Tupperware is all about. Changing people's lives. Now we know that this product, right? This product is revolutionary, and it's still, after 75 years, it's still revolutionary. And it makes a difference in whether people eat healthier. It helps them keep their food fresher. It helps them save money. It helps them save time. You saw, the potatoes done in 20 minutes versus 40 minutes. That's half the time. That saves you a lot of time. We know all that. But the bigger thing that we do, and this is also what we've been doing since the product came out on the market, is we've allowed people to live their dream lives, to allow people to have the freedom to be able to live a better life. And in this month of July, when it's all about freedom, all about why we love being part of the American dream, we can offer this to other people. So this is what I'm going to extend this challenge, this interview 5 people challenge, till Wednesday. This is a 5-day challenge. In the 12 days of Christmas in July, this is a 5-day challenge. I'm giving you 5 days to talk to 5 people. Now, on the post in the group, there is a script that you can use, but I want to walk you through just a couple of things here, because you've got to get people's attention. And I do have a couple of different images here, and I'll post those in the page so that you have those to use too. But we want to, we get people's attention. And once again, the words that are in there, you're going to message those people, and you're going to pick out people. Like right now, okay, get your piece of paper out, draw your hand on it. Okay, did you all draw your hand? I want you to have that high five kind of hand there. Okay, draw. All right, and on each one of these fingers, I want you to write the name of somebody that comes to your mind when I say someone who's smart, hardworking, driven, deserves more, someone who is creative. That's the 5 I just thought of off the top of my head. Because what I really want you to think about is, who are the people that you would like to spend more time with? Who are the people that you would like to have to call and brainstorm with, or to send a message to, and create things together and build a Tupperware empire, as not taking away from each other, but as partners, basically lifting each other up, helping each other, and driving it. Write those 5 people down, and you're going to go and you're going to reach out to those people using that script. And the script is going to be something like, hey, Donna, I just wanted to give you a quick I want to send you a quick message. I've been challenged to share the facts about Tupperware with 5 people, and we're looking for really sharp people, and I thought about you. Okay, because it's always good. You've got to give them a compliment before you say, I want to share it with you. And you're not even calling, you're not saying, do you want to sell Tupperware? You're just going, I've been challenged to share the facts with 5 people. I've been, commissioned to, I've been, whatever you want to say, but I've got, I'm on a mission to share the information about Tupperware with 5 people. And because we only want the very best, I thought of you. Now, if any of these words sound like something that you could say out of your mouth, write it down, because, we get off and then we're going, what was that word? What did she say? How did she say that? Write these things down so you have it. Now, what you're going to ask them to do is just give you a few minutes to share some information with you. But this little sheet that I have right here, it's called What's the Scoop? And basically it addresses the main questions that people ask about selling Tupperware. And one of those is, how much money can I make? Now, you can start going blabbing off numbers, but what you really want to do is take a step and just say, how much money can I make? How do I want to tell people that? And you can say, the great thing about a Tupperware business is that you can decide how much money you want to make. So whether you want to make a little, whether you want to make a lot, it's up to you. Our consultants make $25 for every 100 they sell. An average party is about $400. So that means on an average party, you can make about $100. How does that sound to you? Be able to work 30 minutes to an hour and make $100? And you kind of put it back because you want them to think about it for them. Because if I'm just over here talking about, Tupperware's been really great for me. I've done this for 47 years, and it allowed me to stay home and not go to work, and blah 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 blah. It's good information. Tuppermonials are important. It is important to show people what's possible, but in this moment, what we're trying to do is share with people how it can work for them and get them to see what it can do for them. So, how much money can I make? All right, you all know 25%. And so you can do the math. Every 100 I sell, that's $25 in your pocket. How much time will it take? Great question. What's more important is how much time do you want to invest in your business? See, once again, flip it around. It's not about you, it's about them. How much time would you want to invest in your business? And I encourage you to ask that same question of yourself. And if they say, well, I've got 10 hours a week I could put on it, then you know what? How many parties can you hold if you put 10 hours a week into your business? And I don't mean, guys, we've got to make holding parties our priority because that's where we make the most money. We will make money when we sell things and posting, and all that's going to help you to get information to people and to catch people, but we got to build new customers, and the easiest way to build new customers is to hold parties. So this is kind of the thing we got to think about is holding parties, and then I'm going to meet the people that I can share this with. How much money can I make? How much time does it take? What does it cost to get started? That's a big one. And of course, we have two options. It shows those down at the bottom. And then the other question is that people, want to know is that that there's bonuses that they can earn. So what do I have to do to get started? So that's kind of the things. It's like, how much money can I make? How much time will it take? What's it going to cost me to get started? And, what do I have to do? So there's always that fear. How will I learn what to do? So if you have learned something right here tonight, you need to go, you can learn things in this business. You get the training and support to help you do that. And I want you to say in the comments right now, if you've already learned something tonight, put it in there. All right, so I'm going to have all these things posted for you because I want you to talk to 5 people. These are some other fun images that you could use. Did you guys know it's 23 weeks till Christmas? Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? It's getting here fast, isn't it? We're over halfway through the year, and Christmas will be here before you know it. In fact, we're closer to this coming Christmas than we are to last Christmas. So now it's time to start thinking about, I don't want to go into 2024 in debt. I want to have a debt-free Christmas. And so this is another thing. Start thinking about people that might be interested in this and get that information out to them as well. To help you with getting those, all these things together, and where am I going to invite people if they're interested and if they have questions? Number one, if they have questions and you don't have the answers, here's the words you say. That is a great question, and I want to make sure that I give you the best answer. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to get my friend, and then you can, talk to your director about helping you, or say, I'm going to check with my friend. And you could ask, say, Marsha, because I will give you the answers you need and get that answer for you. Because we want to make sure that people know we take seriously what they say. So this is another key to it. So we ask people to let us talk to them. If they have a question, you reach back out to us. If you're wondering, how do I make $5,000 in 23 weeks? I will break that down for you. Basically, it's how many parties you hold between now and then to make $5,000. And that's kind of what we've done, is we've broken it down into how many parties, and we can get you that. But these are some different images about talking about the opportunity. But right now, all I'm going to ask you to do, read the post on the Hooray group, copy down those words that I've said there, the script to say, and contact people until you get 5 people that will let you talk to them for 5 minutes. Okay. So you may have to ask 10. You may have to ask 15. You may have to ask 20 to get 5 that are going to listen. But if you want to reach some new people, these are images that you can put on your page, and you can use, share that. And you can also ask people to help you find somebody in their area. And so that's, there's different ways you can approach that too. So this is the goal: 5 people to be interviewed by Wednesday night. You're going to just follow what it says on the post. I will comment in there again, but basically you're going to list the 5 people's name you talked to. You're going to list down what their answers were on the scale of 1 to 10. 1 being there's no way I'm going to sell Tupperware, 10 being sign me up today, and you can't say 5 or 6. You're going to put that on there, and you will have then done your 5 interviews. Okay. All right. And that means you'll get a guaranteed gift, and you go into a drawing. And to help you even more, to continue to share this opportunity, next Tuesday night, July 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have another summer fun event going on. And your challenge for that is to invite 5 new people to the group to be there. This is done as a group. It is a public group. So you can go on over there. If you haven't joined it, there's a link for that too. Get on there, get it, and get in the group yourself, and then start inviting people. But once again, don't just add them, send them the personal invite, get them to say, okay, yeah, I'd like to know more, and put them in there. And that will help you to be able to get those folks on, because when you invite 5 people, like 5 new people have been added to the group that are guests, then you'll go in a drawing for a logo tablecloth. I gave away one last week when we did it. And we only had 1 person that had 5. She actually had 6. That was Aubrey Stebbins. So she was the automatic winner. So let's don't make it automatic this time. Let's have a lot of people on there and make it work. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's time for a drawing. Time for the drawing. All right. Now remember, for this drawing, this is anybody who hit submit since last Thursday. You have to be present to win. So I'm going to pull up my wheel of names right now, and we're going to find out who is the winner. All right. So are you ready for this, guys? Okay. So remember, as I said, you do have to be in it, or you have to be in the drawing, of course, and you have to be on live right now while we're doing this. And so this is the key thing you want to be looking. So here we go. Are you ready? Charlie's got it. He's checking. Y'all help Charlie check. Make sure if you see your name, you go, me. Oh, Mary Lou. Charlie says, no, Mary Lou is not here. Oh, too bad. All right, let's spin again. Michelle Crump is not here. So what do we say, guys? You snooze, you lose. I mean, there's 2 things that we always say. You got to be in it to win it. These folks are in it, but you got to be here to be, to show up, to go up, and to get my prizes. So you snooze, you lose. Let's find out. Hey, Linda knew what it was. Oh, Amy Johnson, going. Okay, and I think. Corinne Brown, she is on. So congratulations, Corinne. You win a brand new tablecloth. Yay. Congratulations. And hey, I didn't have to do 6 tonight to find a winner. But, every week, guys, you just, you want to, the old saying, show up to go up is so important. And you want to always go to your meetings. You want to be focused on it. You want to have your pen. You want to have your paper. I don't ever go to any kind of training without a notebook and a piece of paper and a pen, because even though we listen and today's world, we can take videos of it. I'll video sometimes things, but I'll take notes while I'm doing it because my mind can remember what it writes, and then I can always go back and replay what I learned. And actually, they did a study on this, just so you know. Back on years ago when I was in college, they used to tape the classes, and you could buy the transcripts of the classes. And so there were a lot of kids who would kind of not go to class because they would just buy the transcript and read the transcript. But here's the thing: when you hear it and you see it and you write it, you've got 3 different senses being worked at the same time, and that's what cements learning in your head. The more senses that are involved in it, the better. It's also why we love to do the cooking demos at parties, because that's going to help you also to sell more, because they experience it more. They see it, they hear it, they taste it, they help make it. So all these 4 senses are all involved in there, and they smell it. So there are actually 5 senses are involved, and that's why we do the cooking demos at our in-person parties as well. Okay, guys, so tell me, what have you learned already tonight? We are almost finished, and I just want to know what your takeaways are, what kind of things you love, what we can bring more of to you, and of course, reminder to you that 5 interview challenge before Wednesday night. All right, couple to finish this off tonight, couple of little things here I want to finish off with. We do still have our I'm Here for the Party Tupperware apron and our Tupperware only at the party everywhere bag of old-fashioned, that we used to call fanny packs, but now they're called everywhere bags because Lululemon, cross bag, Lululemon calls it the everywhere bag. So crossbody, and those are so popular, and we still have some of those, and the information is also on our Hooray group. I'll tag those and pin them to the top so you can pull those up as well. We are 2 weeks away almost from Jubilee, and we are coming up with our final fundraisers before we go. And guys, you're going to be so excited about these. And over this next week, I'll be starting to post. We have 2 things coming up. We are going to do a silent auction, and we're going to do a raffle. So now how does this work? Well, the silent auction is where I'm going to open an album on the Hooray group. And in that album, there will be pictures of logo items, like maybe a kit bag like you see here, or it could be products like Ultra Pro. There'll be lots and lots of different things that'll be there, and they'll have an opening bid. Okay, so you've got to bid at least that much to be able to play. Okay, now at this point, you haven't spent any money. But if there's something you see and you're going, oh my gosh, I want that, then what you do is each one will say, like, I'll say opening bid $15, or opening bid $5. Okay, and then it'll be you have to make a bid in a certain increment. So it might be $5, it might be $3 for the increments that you can do. And so if it said $5 and you had to have a $3 increment, then you could bid, if somebody had already bid the 5, then you would bid 8. And it'll go in order, and you'll just say your name. When you go in, you'll say next, and you'll put your bid next and your bid, because I can tell by when they're put in who did which one, right, in the order. And there'll be a date that all of them have to be done by, and that when we close it, we close off all of the bids. You can't bid anymore. Whoever had the highest bid gets that item at the price that they picked. So, if it ended up you got that kit bag for $15, then you would have 24 hours to pay your $15 plus the shipping, because it is your responsibility for shipping, and we'll mail that out to you. Now, there'll be products and bags and all kinds of stuff. Now, the raffle is separate. So silent auction, you don't pay unless you win. And if you win, you've picked the price, so you know exactly what you're paying for, and it's worth it to you. For the raffle, we're going to have another assortment of items, and we're going to have several different items there. We're going to have some products, we're going to have some logo items, and you will be able to buy your raffle tickets, and we will raffle off all the gifts till they're all gone. And once again, your you're just responsible for the shipping for us to send that to you. Okay. So those are coming up. We'll be starting them this week. And so you can start getting everything. And then all of the silent auction closing and the raffle will close Friday week. Okay. So the 28th of July. So just know that over the next 12 days, this is going to be happening and you're going to be so excited. And there's going to be so many great prizes that we're going to give away. Okay. As we close tonight, I want to share this last quote with you. And it is, I don't believe you have to be better than everybody else. I just believe you have to be better than you ever thought you could be. So once again, I'm going to go back and say this, guys, it doesn't matter how much talent you have, but what matters is that you don't waste what lies inside of you. You don't waste the heart that you have, and you don't let the things that are outside your control keep you from doing the things that you can do. You're better than you ever thought you could be. We believe in you. We're here to support you and encourage you. Let's go have a great week and a great close to this week. And let's share that information with 5 people by Wednesday, and maybe just add 5 new people to our team. Can we do that? I think we can. All right, guys. Good night. Let me grab our music over here and let us boogie on.